am I supposed to move here? Yeah, that fixes it. Hey, Chris. Yeah. The White Hawk, dude. Here's Skum guy. Oh, aren't we doing great? Actually, you're doing pretty fantastic, and I'm doing alright. You know how it is to go into places where you don't need to be, and so do I. I told you. In fact, I grew up people like you. I read your message, and I talk about spirit armor. You're talking physical stuff, yeah, man. But what the Bible did talk about just now, didn't it? Come on, be nasty. That's why I'm trying to get out of the country. Daddy allowed for, well, evidently you're almost my age too, but anybody that's about 40 years old, it was through a whole lot of wars made possible that being a worker was actually profitable and you could live a decent life. And now they're trying to take it back. God, there's so much information. I don't even know where to start, but I'm going to start with just because. Chris, dude, you're awesome. You don't know that yet. Yeah. I typed in, like, yeah, I'm going to flow like I must. King Arthur, as a little boy, grabbed the sword and the stone. Peace grace. Nobody else could move it. It don't quite work what it sort of does. I mean, Dalai Lama was born 40 years or something plus ago, and his people said, wow, man, this guy's got a spark in his eyes, and we don't got that. That's somebody. We were looking for that, too. Al? Didn't do opiates. Yeah, I know what they do. Daddy wouldn't allow me. They're hard to get off. If John Lennon did it, I'm sure you can. Yoko Ono, too, they sat in the bed for weeks in misery because they were addicted to opiates. It's not a good thing. I mean, I can deal with alcohol. I dealt with pot. I never stuck a needle in my arm, and Daddy said, you ain't allowed to do that. And if alcohol makes me feel too sick and stupid, I don't do it so much. In fact, I take a couple of days off whenever I have to. I pretty much could sing your praises for a long time. That's not really what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. It's kind of like, yeah, again, 13 years, yeah, I don't know when you woke up. For me and a lot of others, it was 13, in and around puberty. Just to make it fair, because you try and put a needle in a haystack in the time that is, God, you'd have time. Put puberty into it and maybe you get more done. But then you start finding stuff out, don't you? Yeah, I know you did. They're bigger than me. They're not individually so much now. But, you know, I've been told geeks usually end up in control. And what did most of us, I never did, I actually defended them. I don't know about you. When I was big enough to defend something, when I wasn't, I got smacked around a bit. Hey, get the fuck out of the way, it's my stuff. You little shrimp. I don't play no more, I just talk. mentioned, me and you might go at it. I doubt it, really. I'm a peacemaker. Physically, we're both about the same size. We're both kind of scary, It's kind of cool, actually. Ouch. You know about that critter, don't you? Yeah, it's just root all the way up here now, practically. It's supposed to kill me. I don't know about that. It ain't cancer. I fight it all the way. But, I read your stuff. I know what you're saying. I mean, there needs to be balance. If you build a building, you build the foundation strong. Because you got a lot sitting on it, right? And what the hell are they doing with the economy? You pay the foundation as little as possible and hope it can support all the fat above it. And it gets, it's a pyramid upside down, actually, and you know how fragile and unstable that looks. It's going to fall. We know this. Now, you mentioned, I'll call it spirit armor. If we don't give it to our, well, I don't have none. I don't think you do either. But I believe all God's children that are good are my children. Strange thing, isn't it? I don't trust much. I've been bitten ever since I've been alive. And I watch. I still do. What are they doing? I see a lot. I don't have eternity. Daddy does. But again, back to you. You look and sound, and yeah, I got a wolf as my Facebook avatar at the moment. I had to give him back to nature. He tore the house up. He didn't want to be alone. Yet I didn't trust that he wouldn't hurt somebody because they didn't have the right intentions, and that could cost me a lot. So I gave him back to nature. But he had 4 years, which is 2 years longer than nature gives him. And nature, after 2 years, you're out of the pack because you want the females and not own them. Dog world. Economy is based on what is and how do you deal with it. Yeah, that hurts. I didn't take my latest antibiotic yet. I will. I actually have tea tree oil. I can put a pad over there. It cuts down the swelling. Dentist will tell you I could take it out and you'd heal in 3 weeks. I've been dealing with this for about 4 or 5 years. I don't like anybody being paid to hurt me. It don't work for me unless I'm dying, and I'm not. So I'm not paying them. I don't have any teeth hardly either. You lost your front teeth, I still got those. I got no molars. I got like 2 left. All my crowns fell off. I got roots. I don't have no crowns. I'm just waiting for Dad to tell me something. I already did, but I was supposed to say that too. Pick your fights wisely. What is going on has to happen. And I expect you, at least I hope so, Daddy chose you, and evidently Daddy chose me. We could part in a split second. I've had people do that. They said something that pissed me off, or they trashed me and delete. This is the ghost land. This is internet. We communicate only because we want to. You are a public figure. You're Arthur. and you're making a living off of that. Thank you. Actually, if the wizard doesn't want to do that, I'd like to be behind the scenes. But we'll see whether or not this is worth anything, because I don't know how good you can be. I know we can both be, like I said, in that little clip, I got half of it cut, 2/3 of it cut off. I typed and flowing, shit, it wouldn't happen. So I had to hit click, until it said, okay, you can send it. But I can make people's hair stand on end if I let mod demons out. I generally don't. They're there to inform me. They don't run me, I run them. They're my servants, not the other way around. That's what I'm hoping you can teach. That's what a wizard would try to teach you. You can do better. I know the things that run the economy are probably, we need to get to them. I'm not sure if it's going to take spirit armor, but it probably will, But dude, Chris, be the best you can be. Don't trash me, and communicate with me, because I'm making this public. Nobody cares. Only you and like a handful of others actually see this stuff. But if it matters, Picasso wasn't known when he was alive. He was when he was dead, eh? Make a mark, even if it isn't in your own life. Let's try. It's worth it? I'm doing it. You gonna do it with me? I hope so. Play. We all got life, but we're gonna try and make room for each other. How about that?